Fish and chips.
This place is an institution.
Hey, how's it going?
How are ya?
Smells good.
You know, it's cold enough outside so the lakes are frozen. We should think about heading up north and maybe doing ice fishing.
Ice fishing, chipping. You guys into it?
No, I'm totally into it.
All right, the research mission begins.
Yeah.
It's no secret that the three of us love fish and chips. So we want to go ice fishing to catch the freshest fish and make it out there in the wild. But first, we've come to a great fish and chip store to learn how it's done.
We're kind of here on a research mission.
Research?
Yeah, we're going up north. We're going to go ice fishing. And we're hoping to make some really good fresh fish and chips.
It's going to be a little hard cooking those out on the ice, isn't it?
We're going to figure that out. We're going to make our own fryer.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a task depending on how cold it is, eh?
What temperature do you take the oil up to?
We try and get it up 400.
What's the flash point? What do you need
Flash
to worry
point of this is about 4 1/4.
So you guys are riding the line.
You try to ride the line.
Right on.
If it's not hot, everything's just going to absorb grease.
So our big challenge is to run our stove hot enough.
I noticed that you were double frying the potatoes.
You must double fry.
You must double fry.
I find the inside stays nice and moist and you crisp the outside.
What kind of oil do you use?
We use beef dripping.
So maybe it's not healthy, but for flavor,
The flavor, there's nothing like it.
it's the best.
It is the best.
Do you make the batter right up beforehand, or do you let it sit?
You put it all together.
Yeah.
And you're going to let it sit for half hour, 40 minutes. Then you're going to stir it again and get it to the thickness you want.
Do you ever put any beer in them?
You get beer you drink. If
Yeah.
you want to get light and fluffy with it, you can put in club soda perhaps, or drink the, you're going ice fishing, drink the beer. If you're cooking fresh fish right out of a lake, you're going to want to make sure the batter's probably a little thicker.
Well, why do you want it thicker?
If it's too thin, it's going to just blow holes in everything and it'll dry out.
What do you put in your batter?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. It's my line.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Yeah.
Okay, guys. That's the haddock right there.
Okay.
The halibut for you.
It smells good.
And another halibut. Well,
Yeah,
I hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we know we're going to enjoy it.
Alrighty.
Right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Thanks.
So good. This is perfect, crispy outside, tender inside. Like it's not too thick. It's just perfect.
It's really good.
But do we want to try different batters, different styles?
Sounds like a thicker batter is something that we're going to need regardless because of the moisture in the fish.
Should we use grapeseed oil or canola oil, do you think? Or
Maybe a high temperature oil combined with a little bit of duck fat. And our biggest challenge is going to be temperature up there, right?
Fish and chips is an incredible guilty pleasure.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so full.
We should get to planning.
Yeah.
What did you think in terms of having a portable deep fryer?
Well, remember that stove which was made out of tin cans? It was the rocket stove?
Big, sort of like a coffee can?
Yeah.
With a smaller can inside and then one on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
Like this is the small can in here.
Yeah, and then inside there'll be like an elbow.
And that's the intake for the wood.
Yeah.
You want the wood to burn, to gasify, and then it has this nice long passage to completely combust. You have this really clean, hot gas that's burning. It's going to be a little bit more efficient for heating up the oil. So let's break it down in terms of
weird.
where the pot's going to go.
Pot would go right on top of here. You know, I was also thinking we could insulate the pot just to maintain the temperature of the oils.
It's like a nice little handle.
If a polar bear comes, we can grab the stove and run.
And just throw a fish at it. Literally, all we need are cans.
We can
Small
keep
cans on
this
the
thing
inside.
entirely recycled.
It's a perfect stove for ice fishing.
Part of what we need to think about is how we're going to deliver all of our supplies.
A sled works really well.
We have these low-lying like pieces of wood. We put it on hinges, and then we're able to pull it up.
Like
And
a
they sort
card
of-
table?
Yeah, card table. And then have our cutting board right there.
The sled becomes like a work area to clean the fish.
A kitchen counter.
Yeah.
What do we need to do in terms of preparing our meal? Like we need to heat up the oil. Are we making our batter up there?
You can have like the dry ingredients and then the wet ingredients and then mix them together like right before they're about to go in the oil. Mike, did you have your potato fry maker?
Yeah, man.
Okay, we can bring that up, right?
Yeah.
I think we're ready to start building.
Sweet. All right, what first? Cans? out
Yeah, let's
back?
go get cans.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
This is one of my actual dreams to go ice fishing.
Yeah, same here.
Cardboard.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
No go.
You want to go to the store and buy some beans?
We could.
I don't want to eat that many beans though.
This is the most unfruitful scavenging hunt we've ever been on. How hard is it to find cans?
Hey.
Perfect. Small one?
Yeah, perfect.
Good. There's another one.
Sweet. Yo.
Why don't we park this stuff and get some exercise?
Go tobogganing.
Yeah.
That garbage never fails us.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go standing up?
I'm gonna try, yeah.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going ice fishing so that we can eat some really fresh fish and chips. We're not sure if the fish are gonna bite, but it's gonna be cold and we're in training. Woo! Martino! You know, you don't really have to travel that far to go ice fishing, which is what we're going to do so that we can have the freshest fish and chips we've ever had in the wintertime. And this here is our map to get there. A sled that we're going to convert into sort of a kitchen area with a cutting board, which we can put our rocket stove on, which can be made out of cans. And Micah, I think, is getting some of that stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Gotta wash them up.
All right. And besides that, it's really just the recipe and keeping warm. For the recipe, you know, golden crispy fries, beautiful fresh caught fish, and then the batter, which we got to check out. Because there's so many different batters we can make.
Yeah, I got some ideas.
And then we're going to put it all in this thing and hopefully get some great fish and chips.
And survive.
And survive. Why don't we get started on the batters?
We can have one that we mix up right before we actually deep fry it, and then put together one that we can let rest. If you make the batter and let it rest, it'll have a better kind of sticking ability to the fish.
That's what Dave was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make 2 batters sit and then 1 batter we mix up at the end.
What about different flavors in the batter?
Or different flours.
Let's make let's make a couple.
Most of the ingredients are the same. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
So 1 cup of flour, 1 egg, a teaspoon of baking powder, and then a teaspoon of salt.
All right, so let's make the one that we let sit. Barley flour.
Yeah.
A little pro barley going in the grinder. Okay, here we go. So it might be a little bit chunky, but that might be good for texture. 2 teaspoons of barley flour.
Gonna froth the eggs up. Let's put in some beer.
You're not shy.
Could buzz some bay leaf.
Well, why don't we put some peppercorn in there?
Smells good. I'm gonna put a pinch in.
All right, so pinched.
Let's just let this sit and make another one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or what should we put in the next batter?
Potato flour would be interesting.
Chips. Should we get some salt and vinegar chips?
Fish and chips.
You want to put some fish in the batter?
We could put bonito flakes in, which is like
fish.
dried
Some fish and
shaved-
Fish and chips for the fish and chips.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
bonito flakes are what, dried mackerel?
Is it mackerel?
So I'm gonna separate some egg yolk and egg white to get ready for batter number 3.
So this is a last minute batter.
Yeah.
Once you mix the wet and the dry together, you like beat the egg white until it like gets all fluffy. And then you fold that in last minute, right before you add the fish. And then that puts in a little bits of air bubbles in the batter, and then it becomes
Texture.
like light and fluffy.
All right.
Good job. Batter number 1 is the barley flour, pink peppercorn, bay leaves, and the beer. Batter number 2 will be the bonito flakes and the salt and vinegar chips.
You should maybe separate these potato chips and bonito flakes because they go in last.
And then batter number 3 will be the egg whites being fluffed, and
So
then
it's-
we'll mix that up last minute right before we deep fry. Beer I also put in last minute.
Like, this is the batter. We still have to make the stove, and we have to make our vehicle to get the stove to the fishing site.
Well, this
too.
is great because there are 2 batters can sit for half an hour,
Okay.
while we make the stove.
Okay.
So build the stove next.
Yeah, let's do that.
We can put the cans together so they're well insulated and they draw really well so the wood burns clean.
I'd like to get the oil hot enough so we can fry the fish and chips out there on the ice.
Yeah. Why don't we start by putting the simple pieces together?
We want to attach this can to this can, and so that means cutting a hole in this one,
Go for it, man.
then flaring the edges of the hole.
So it wedges in.
Yeah, this one fits right in.
The shelf for the intake.
Oh, beauty. I'm going to line the bottom of this can with wool.
So this is kiln wool. This is like insulation for ovens.
Yeah.
No, but I have an idea of what you want to do with the sled. Cutting table that pops up. Imagine like little straps here.
Yep.
Opens up, and then turn the toboggan upside down, and you have a cutting table.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. It's looking a bit like a robot. Handle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right on. While you guys are just doing this part with the grill,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the oil going on the stove so that we can test our batters in a few minutes.
Oh, it fits so snug.
The oil is pretty much ready to fry stuff. Well, why don't we do a couple of test things?
What are we gonna fry? Onion rings?
Onion rings?
We do like a clinical run.
Yeah, for sure.
3 batters, 3 rings.
Look at that.
Salt and vinegar chips and the bonito flakes are going into the batter number 2.
Let's try batter number 2 first.
Number 2. It's popping out really nice.
Yeah.
Well, put it right here. We can remember.
So this is the barley.
This is the first
batter.
one. Yep.
Nice and thick too. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that texture.
Here, I'll pull it up against the wall.
You wanna see?
Let's see. Let's
If it's
see.
done. It's like one of those counterfeit bill checkers.
So what are you doing? You're getting your...
Yeah, I'm gonna whip the egg whites.
So this is the third batter.
Yeah, this is the third batter.
This is the instant.
Yeah.
Like on the spur of the moment mix.
With the egg whites. Yeah, that's what
good crater action. That's the egg whites.
This is like Olympic onion ring.
Yeah, they gotta overlap a little bit.
Or
This is number 1 first.
Number 1, yeah.
And it's got barley and beer and the black pepper substitute. A little sog factor.
It's very soggy.
Oil.
Let's try the second batter. The bonito flakes, salt and vinegar chips, with no beer.
I can't taste the chips or the fish at all.
Neither can I. It's like they canceled each other out. It's actually pretty good.
Fails on the texture front. Should we try the last one?
So it's got beer and egg whites whipped into the batter at last minute.
That's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the best one, yeah. It's really thin. It's hugging the onion. It's the lightest of the 3.
I think it wins.
Why don't we get our rocket stove testing? Because before we go tomorrow morning, we should
Sure.
at least try it out.
Nope.
All right, let's make room. I've got the KO wool.
Okay, got the beautiful can aluminum jacket.
It's gonna
Yeah, it's awesome.
insulate the pot. I'll take it outside, start to light it up, get it heated up.
And we'll slice up some potatoes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, should we go meet Nobu outside?
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Good.
How's the fire?
Not yet.
Smells nice.
See, it's pulling the air. It's rocketing right now. That's our kitchen for up north.
So we need the oil.
I'll just drop it in.
If only we had a thermometer, we'd know where we were at. Should we try
Yeah,
some
let's
fries?
try testing out the fries.
sure.
All right.
Nice chilled fries.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, smoke is on.
The rocket stove that we made worked really well, actually a little bit too well. It got too hot and the oil boiled over when we tried to make some French fries. So we gotta get ready because we're leaving early tomorrow morning on our ice fish and chip expedition, but we gotta clean this mess up and figure out the bugs. What do you think happened?
I think that maybe the oil was too hot. Thermometer. That's
Thermometer. I think that's what we need.
That's basically our solution.
Oh, our fries.
Try one, man.
They don't even look cooked.
Oh, it's charred.
Oh, it'll still work. It just might be a little bit stinky on the car ride up tomorrow.
Yeah. Here we are.
Oh, so we're on lake right now.
You have no idea where it ends and where it begins.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
All right, you guys ready to ice fish?
Yeah, man. Andrew, this is something we've been thinking about for a long time. It's pretty incredible to be here.
Yeah.
Well, you guys will have a great time. We got a lot of first-time fishermen out here.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I told you it'd be windy out here.
It's amazing, though.
This is our hut?
Yes, sir.
Great.
How thick is the ice?
12 inches.
And how deep to the bottom?
About 13 feet.
So this little yellow spot here, we have to worry about that? Or?
No.
This is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
This is incredible.
So what's the first step?
And we're gonna break out the minnows.
For
Okay,
fishing?
I'm gonna hand out your fishing rods.
Notice these rods are a little bit shorter so you don't poke your neighbor.
So they fit in here. Throw a minnow on your hook, drop it down to the bottom, lift it up a couple of inches, just sit there and gently jig it.
And so we just wait.
Yeah,
This is it.
Oh, they feel like they're biting.
they're down there.
I keep on feeling like I've got something, but then it's just the weeds in the bottom.
Whoa, I think I got something.
Yeah, you got a fish. Reel it up.
All right.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. That's a good size one, too.
Nice.
Whoa.
Martin.
Now this is a perch, a yellow perch.
Yellow perch.
Just got to be patient, right, Andrew?
That's it. Patient and keep jigging it.
So if I were to, say, catch a perch in the summertime and then catch a perch in the wintertime, what kind of taste differences would I
The
experience?
taste would be the same,
Uh-huh.
but the texture of the meat would be totally different. In the winter, they're very firm fish, where in the summertime, they're very mushy.
Okay.
In the wintertime. They're not eating a whole lot, you know what I mean? And they're working twice as hard to swim through the cold water. Okay, guys, you're on your own. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Any parting words of wisdom?
Yeah, I don't want to see any minnows left. You haven't used all your minnows up, you didn't catch enough fish.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, guys?
Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Patience. Patience is the key.
The size of our dinner tonight depends on how lucky we are.
This might be dinner. Just fillet the minnows.
Oh,
you got some?
Oh, yeah?
no.
Really?
Oh, there he is. Keeper.
There's got to be more fish down there.
Nice job, Martins. Another one.
Right.
It's number 3. Beer and fishing.
We can finally say we've gone ice fishing and we've caught a bunch. We can stay here all day, but we want to eat. So we're going to get cooking with our rocket stove.
I'll help Nobu set up the kitchen and then you can get the fire going.
Okay.
This is an awesome spot for a kitchen. Nice job, Martins.
What a nice table.
We could get started on the dry ingredients for the batter.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put maybe half a cup of flour in. Baking powder.
And it's salt too, right?
Hey, let's put pepper in this time too.
And it's got a nice color.
Nice texture.
Let's deep fry your hand.
All right. And we got to crack the eggs and separate the eggs.
We're going to avoid the beer this time.
Yeah, a little
A
milk.
little bit of milk.
Well, the thing is, the fish is going to be slightly wet, right? We want the batter to actually stick to the fish
Yeah.
so that the batter doesn't come off.
We can dip in the fish into seasoned flour,
Yeah.
absorbs the moisture of the fish,
That's
then
right.
it goes into the batter. The batter clings to the dry flour on the surface of the fish. Starting to snow.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect for deep frying fish.
I've never actually filleted a fish,
All right.
but I've seen it done many times.
Oh, what beauts.
They are beautiful.
Do you want to descale it
It's
before?
easier to descale it now, yeah.
Okay, I think that's most of the scales. Okay, I gotta take a warm up about the bum can.
Yeah, I know. It's just this is a 3-person job. Oh, okay, or 2-person job. Oh, it's cold.
Should we finish whipping the eggs?
Sure. Oh, they're frozen.
dealing with-
I could start stoking up our oil fire, you know, and get the hot oil going.
Duck
Yeah.
fat.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
it's
it's right there.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
good
pop
call.
it in.
The duck fat addition to the oil is going to be incredible.
All right, I'm gonna make some ketchup. Tomato paste, cider vinegar, sugar, cloves, garlic, and salt. And maybe a little bit of lemon just because we're working with our little fish friends. Okay, we got a deep fry thermometer.
407, 409.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Golden. So we need to like empty them out so we can do double fry. Oh man, sun's going down.
It's turning into kind of a perfect evening, eh?
Yeah.
The fillets are dusted, so we
Beautiful.
can mix up the
The
batter.
wet and the dry.
Yeah, the wet and the dry.
It's a little bit lumpy. Hang on.
Oh. All that talk about not putting
I
beer in
know.
our batter, and it's just gone. I think it's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, right in the line.
We're okay.
Riding the line. A little salt on there?
Yep.
Ready for the fish?
You wanna just
Nice
cover it
stiff
up?
pieces of perch.
Yeah. Okay. Nice and slow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
Seems like-
doing nice. It's doing nice.
Yeah, that's great.
For the last 2 days, we've been doing some intense preparation and research to come out here to make some ice fish and chips. We have caught the fish, we've made some golden fries, and now we're about to eat.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Cheers to our ice fishing chips.
Too many more.
I'm going straight for a little fish. This fish is so good.
It's incredible.
See, my hands are cold and I don't care anymore. The batter is perfect.
It's got crunch.
It's got really nice crunch.
This is like the freshest fish I've ever had.
The duck fat, too.
Yeah.
And
It makes
fries?
a big difference.
Animal fat's the key. Look at that rocket stove, man.
Yeah.
Still humming.
I'm enamored by the rocket stove.
We've used more fuel to heat ourselves than to cook our meal.
You know, the things that you can't predict in a recipe, it's just purely environmental. The alkaline from the ashes because you have a fire to keep yourself warm, and the snow that came down.
And the ambient temperature.
It all factors into it, and it all factors into the recipe. So if we were ever to do it again and we just followed the food ingredients, it wouldn't be the same.
Well, we'd have to do it in a walk-in freezer.
There's only one problem, though.
What?
Our beer is freezing,
Yeah.
and we didn't think about dessert.
We'll have to figure some sort of dessert out. But first I want to finish this.
Yeah, no boo!
I buried a Boston cream pie underneath this ice.
The hand Zamboni.
Next is the sugar. Mars, do you have a bottle?
That's a bit easier.
Okay, you guys ready?
All right.
Yeah. If this isn't cuisine, then I don't know what is. So you want to start scooping it in?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Same here. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good.
It's awesome.
It's great having dinner with you guys. But right now, I'm not appreciating the fish smell on my hands.